Hey everybody, my name is Bridget from the Elephant Moon. Welcome back. If you're brand new, if you haven't been here, welcome to the channel. I have got a new deck for us today. It's called the Prisma Tarot cards. They're beautiful. They're like Van Gogh. I love them so much. They're colorful. And the guides had more than one card to throw at me today. And now I want to first go by saying that if you're not familiar with tarot, there are 78 cards in a deck. There are 22 major arcana cards, and those are more like, hey, listen up, this is going to happen. They're big. And the minor arcana are big, but they're not like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's four suits, much like a regular playing deck of cards. There's cups, wands, swords, and pentacles. In this deck, however, the cups are chalices, and I also feel it's important to mention. So with the suits, the chalices represent our emotions, swords represent our intellect, wands represent our communication, and pentacles represent material wealth, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go one at a time. I'm gonna show you all the cards, and then we're gonna go over them because, well, I got one hand. So the first one we have is the Queen of Chalices. Quite beautiful. The second card that we have is the Five of Chalices. A major arcana card. This is Death. Don't freak out. It's not bad. And we have another major arcana card. So there's some big things happening. It's the end of the year. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, lots of big things happen at the end of the year. So our last card is Justice. The Queen of Chalices. Okay, so in this picture, you've got a beautiful queen. She's got a cup. She's got her hand on top of the cup. She is sitting on flowing water. There's water flowing down. There's fish jumping all around her. And what this is symbolizing is that she is the decider of her emotions. What fills up her cup versus what does not fill up her cup. Again, if you can hear chatter in my ear, sorry guys. I am at work. This is Break Time Tarot. Back to the cards, though. All right, so Queen of Chalices. She is the queen of her emotions, what fills up her cup versus what does not fill up her cup. She decides. And when I talk about filling up her cup, that's like self-care. So self-care is super muy importante to this today's reading. And so our second card, which aren't these cards super cool so far? We only got one, but here's two. Five of Chalices is our card number 2, and it's super bright, super beautiful. There is a silly who is leaning over the cliff, upset about the three. I don't know. They to me they're like fish or memories, maybe ghost-like thingies. But there's three jumping in the water, but there's two cups still full up here. And what this is saying is you have to accept these. You have to grieve over these. Let it happen, let it go, let it flow. And then accept and be grateful for what you have filled up still. Because these were obviously no longer necessary if they left you. So, it's okay to grieve those things. Like we have to grieve things. We have to, anything we let go, anything that leaves us, it's necessary and important to our own growth to, grieve them. So it's okay to grieve. Don't let anybody tell you different. And don't let anybody tell you how long you can grieve. Now we have card number 3. This is Death. Now, before you freak out, this does not have anything to do with dying. You're not going to die tomorrow. You're not going to die next week. If you do, it's in God's hands. Not mine, not this card. So, this is a major arcana card, and it's so beautiful. What this is signifying is, you need to release those habits, those things that grip your soul that are no longer helpful. And when I seen this card, all I could think about was the Beauty and the Beast. You know, when she put the curse on the kingdom, and they were all going to be, they could all change back into humans if the spell was broken before the leaves fell from the flower. And in the end, they all had to accept who they are and love each other and love themselves for who they are before the spell could be broken, because then Bella in turn loved the beast, but he had to learn to love himself first. And so did everybody else. So that's what this is. You need to release what no longer serves you, death to what no longer feelings or limiting beliefs you have, and love yourself. Self-care, most important. Allow yourself to grieve. Don't look down on yourself at that, and then let it go once it needs to be let go, because you can only make room for new and better improve things if you let things go. And then last but most certainly not least is another major arcana card, Justice. So if you see this, there is a dagger cutting through the snake. Now the snake is the representation of creation, right? In another deck that we've seen, or maybe one of my other decks. But in one of my decks, the snake is creation. The snake actually is depicted in a lot of different decks and a lot of spiritual things, so on and so forth. And if you notice that the hand is not quite holding on the dagger is glowing, and then the snake is blue and like goes to a lighter color, and he has bitten the hand. Okay, so I never noticed that about this card before. How freaking interesting. Sorry, you don't need to look at my stomach. Goodness sakes, that's so impressive. So justice will be served to the snakes that have bitten you. The snakes, even if, like, doesn't matter what the snake is, who the snake is, whatever. But you've been bitten. You know, once bitten, twice shy. That's what comes to mind in here. And you have to sever those ties. Cut it, gone. Justice will be served to those who have done you wrong. And then that will also allow you to have a clean slate. Cut it fresh, you know, cut it off. And I am super grateful for you joining me on this quest of discovery and authenticity. And sorry for all the incessant chatter in my ear. I've got to get back inside, and that is today's Break Time Tarot. We'll see you next time. Bye. And if I don't post before Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I hope it's super merry for all of you. And again, have a great night. You're super awesome. Thank you so much.